bit of sad news came across my Twitter feed this morning, Nika, and I saw the name Hulk Hogan trending. And, you know, whenever you see a celebrity name trending on Twitter, especially if they're, I think, over the age of 60, your heart skips a beat for a second and you wonder, like, oh, is this the big adios? Unfortunately, yes, this is the big adios for Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, the Hulkster. The Immortal Hulk Hogan has been mortalized.
Wow.
1953 to 2025. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, everyone. As you can see, Barstool Sports, this is where I first saw it, so I wanted to share this tweet with you guys because this was how I found out about it. And it's crazy to see Hulk Hogan in black and white, you know? It's just, not that I've never seen a black and white image of him before, but never with his date of death on the bottom of it, you know? And it's like a man that you grew up watching, calling the Immortal, has fallen. This was a real event that happened, and it broke early this morning, and it's been spreading around the web like wildfire. It didn't take too long for the game. Triple H, Paul Levesque, the, I guess, chief creative officer currently at WWE, and probably like the head of the story writing department, I would guess. He released a statement. He's like the face of WWE right now. He's basically the Vince McMahon. So he released a statement here saying WWE would not be where it is today without the larger-than-life characters that compete in the ring. And few, if any, loomed larger than Terry Hulk Hogan Bollea. I think I'm saying his name right. He was the archetype of what it meant to be a superstar. A global sensation that inspired millions to work hard at whatever it was they wanted to accomplish, and a look that made him recognizable to fans all around the world. Of course, the headband, the Hulkamaniacs, the red and yellow attire.
The signature mustache.
The signature blonde mustache, and I don't know. He's been bald ever since I started watching him. So I don't know if he ever had hair, but if he did, let me know. I would be happy to hear it. But the funny thing about Hogan is his side hair that was left. You know, it would always get so sweaty throughout a match, and he would just twirl it around. It was like one of the funniest things, you know, because it almost seemed to feed him energy, you know, like just shaking. At least that's what he sold.
Okay.
But he was the archetype of what it meant to be a superstar, and certainly a global sensation. He was recognizable all over the world. Triple H continues on here. Hulk Hogan, clad in red and yellow, or NWO black and white, was simply put iconic. And that was when he was Hollywood Hogan in the NWO, I believe. As a real American, or the leader of one of the industry's biggest factions, he was transcended and elevated the entire business to heights never before seen in every country and on every continent. And that is true. There was no one like the Hulkster, and there very well may never be another. My family sends their condolences to his family, friends, and fans. And, of course, he's speaking of the McMahon family, of which he's married to Stephanie. And, you know, I don't really know where things were left ever between Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan, only that they had tons of problems over the years. So I was wondering if Vince would make any kind of statement about it either. You know, like he named him. You know, it's like his child in a way, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he might, you know.
He named him Hulk Hogan. And, you know, Hulk Hogan kind of came up with the name, if you didn't know, when he was on the radio with Lou Ferrigno, who was the original Hulk on TV. And I'm, of course, talking about the Green Hulk from Marvel comic books. Well, Hulk Hogan was like, I'm bigger than this dude. I should be the Hulk. And that's how the name came to be.
Oh, good thing he didn't go with the green coloring.
Man, that would have been hard to keep up appearances in public.
No kidding.
Anyways, this was kind of a shock to me, you know. Obviously, you never know when a certain performer or celebrity's time is going to be up. You know, a lot of them kind of hit us out of nowhere because we don't know these people.
Yeah.
We're not a part of their lives. We don't see their, you know, family and what's going on with them at the age of 71 here in private. But shocking to say the least when I, you know, not only first saw the name on Twitter, like I said, it makes your heart skip a beat, but then actually clicking on it and seeing that, oh no, it's true. So double whammy. And Hulk Hogan. John Boy Media gets in on the action. Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71 years old. And
That's young.
It is young. I won't deny that. I feel like that is way too young for a male in 2025 to be passing away from natural causes. And
Is that what it was?
well, I mean, that's what a heart attack is, and that's what he had. According to everything I've read so far, TMZ reported that there was a 911 call for a coronary event.
Okay.
But I mean, this is a man who probably took steroids in his life. Who knows what else he did? I'm not here to speculate, and I also want to say, like, I don't want to take shots at a guy after he's passed away.
Yeah.
Like, I see far too many people celebrating this today, or taking a round of applause over it because he supported Trump or made an appearance at the RNC convention. And I don't ascribe to Trump's politics. I don't ascribe to a lot of people's politics, to be honest with you. I find, like, in times like this, that it's awful to devolve into people's personal politics and slander them after they're gone.
Oh, definitely.
It's just,
It's wrong.
it's wrong, and it's disrespectful on so many levels. And nevertheless, we won't be devolving into any of that kind of content here on this channel or this show. I promise you guys that. There's no victory laps in death,
No.
There just isn't. And
Everybody has an expiration mark.
the saddest part for me today is, the legendary Hulk Hogan that WWE is celebrating here. This person in the ring who body slammed Andre the Giant, and this person who lost to Ultimate Warrior at Wrestlmania VI and showed a bunch of young men around the world what true sportsmanship is. And even though it's written and scripted, I know that. But they made it so dramatic when Hulk had to give the title over to Ultimate Warrior. And that's a lesson for young people, no matter how scripted and silly it is, watching your hero lose and doing it gracefully, that means something. That matters. And too often today, we don't see that.
No, because we see everybody gets a trophy or nobody gets anything and everybody gets bickering.
So that's what I want to remember about Hulk Hogan today is all the speeches, all the Hulkamaniacs, all the vitamins, brother, all that, all the fun times and all the memories that he brought me, my brothers, and my friends growing up. I posted about this on my Facebook page, and one of my friends said that they still remember us marching around our house when we were kids, and I was playing my saxophone and I was playing the Hulk Hogan theme song on my saxophone, and we were all marching together apparently. And
see, look at the memories you have from that, and it's been so long, and he elevated wrestling to what it was.
Absolutely. There's no way the WWE is what it is today without Hulk Hogan. There's
Right.
no questions asked about that.
And
So-
people forget this.
Of course they
Because
do.
it's easy to remember what happened a couple years ago or a year ago versus what actually happened in this man's lifespan.
Well, we have short up memories as it is. We can't hardly remember what happened last week, let alone what happened 40 years ago. And
That's true.
that is becoming more and more of a problem with, sensationalism and elevating things to the public discourse that just don't need to be there and have a right to be there. So yeah, whatever you think about wrestling and whether it's goofy or whether it's silly, yeah, it is. But that
So
doesn't
are
mean
reality shows.
that doesn't mean it doesn't impact a lot of people and a lot of lives and a lot of kids, and especially it can serve as a powerful teaching tool.
Absolutely. And we know some of the newcomers to wrestling right now were trouble kids. And this is their outlet.
It
Seth
is.
fucking Rollins is one of them.
Jacob Fatu is
It's
another
one. Exactly. So there's an outlet for people like that.
There is.
And they should be celebrated, not discounted.
we should lift them back up into society, and commend them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Hulk Hogan does not deserve to be spoken down to today for his recent political machinations. He should be remembered for the childhood icon that he was in the 80s and 90s and the real American theme song. And maybe we can ask ourselves what it means to be a real American again, because we've forgotten that too, quite frankly, what it means.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, before I start saying things I don't want to say on this particular show, I think we're just going to leave it at that and say rest in peace to the immortal Hulk Hogan, one of my very first childhood heroes, no doubt about it.